All right. I think we are live finally. I have been trying to go live all week and I broke YouTube the other day and we'll see what happens here. So hopefully YouTube will not be YouTube down again. But with that said, in this video, I am going to give you my top 3 tips on how to find opportunity when you feel stuck. Yes, that's right. YouTube just crashed. Thank you, John. So if you're looking to find opportunity and you feel stuck, look, that was me for years. And I've been learning over the last 2 years, and especially this year, the power of taking action. So if this is the first time we're meeting, my name is Daniel Patrick Norton, but you could call me Dan. And on this channel, at least right now, I want to help motivate you to take action today so that your plans can become reality. And you can make your very first action subscribing to this channel so that you could be motivated. And then your second action, of course, because it's YouTube, you got to hit that bell icon. Right. And I want to have a conversation right here. What are the opportunities that you are looking for? Are you struggling to find opportunities? Are you stuck? Like I felt stuck for years and didn't take action and I just didn't know what to do. If that's you, let's have a conversation in the comments. And if it's not, what have you learned? What are the things that you're learning to take action on? So I'm really ready to get in these tips, but it's 10:42 on the East Coast. I've been up since 5 a.m. I need some coffee. Not sponsored by 7-Eleven. That's not right though. I don't know. Something about that doesn't feel too safe. Doesn't feel right. But I think this is. Yes. Definitely going straight for it right now because I need to be energized right now, and there is nothing better than to be energized with some safe word. Cheers. Oh yeah, that's actually pretty good. Not bad, my friends. All right, the definition of opportunity. This was interesting for me because I always viewed opportunity as like a singular thing, but opportunity, the definition of opportunity is actually, let me read this so I can get it right, a set of circumstances that makes it possible to do something. Let's hear that again. A set of circumstances that makes it possible to do something. So when you think about opportunity, it's not a one singular thing, right? It's not just one thing that's just happening, right? Like that you got to get to this one thing or to this one person, right? Opportunity is actually a set of circumstances that lead up to something, right? It makes it possible to do something. For me, that was kind of interesting as I read that and thought about, well, yeah, that's so true, because the opportunities that I've been given this year, the opportunities I found or made, weren't things that just kind of happened in that moment. Like I wasn't just sitting there and opportunities were handed to me. It was a lot of time put in for years prior to those opportunities. So yeah, pineapple juice brought us all together. Your real estate whisperer. Yes. And well, so yeah, a lot of pineapple juice love in the comments, and it's actually pretty good. I'm pretty excited about that. So thinking about opportunity, right? If it's a set of circumstances, my first tip, my first suggestion when you're looking for opportunity, something to find, is it's real simple, study, right? And that sounds pretty simple, and every one of us kind of know that. But the thought is, if we actually want to find opportunity in a space, or you're looking to make a sale, to find a client, or to get in front of the right person, to find a job, right, in a different industry, maybe you're looking to change your industry, or even within your industry, you need to study the companies, right? Study the platforms that they're on. How do you reach particular people? Well, you need to study where they hang out, right? That's where you need to spend your time. And that starts with reading content, right? Like reading blogs, watching videos, like right here on YouTube, on Facebook, finding the people who are the teachers in that industry and spending time like studying under them, right? Be under the learning tree, right? Books. I mean, I just got this in today. I'm pretty pumped about this. I actually won this I'm in Sean Cannell's Inner Circle group, and I got to win it. So I would have gotten this way sooner on Amazon, but it was cool to kind of like actually get it from them. But other books that I have right here, Will It Fly by Pat Flynn. I'm a huge Pat Flynn guy. Of course, Tube Ritual, Brian G. Johnson. That was a book that I read before launching my channel in 2017. I launched my channel January 1st. 2018, this year. Parent Pacifier, not this channel. This channel's been around for a while, but for me, it's been more of a landing page for my film content. But taking time to study the different people that are teaching that. So for me, last year, I was taking time. I want to learn YouTube. I'm a filmmaker. I know how to do video. For me, video is my comfort zone. Editing is my comfort zone. But learning how to do the marketing, learning how to do keyword research, these are things that I didn't know what to do. I wasn't taught that in art school. Are you kidding me? Come on. Like, I had no clue what that stuff meant. Like, how do you become successful on this? So those are the things I need to study. So for me, it started with Dusty Porter and the Creators Hub podcast. That kind of introduced me to it. I've been a student of Roberto's for a long time, so I've always watched his stuff as I've wanted to build an online business. But once I started seeing YouTube as a potential to start building a business through, right, that's like the launch to be able to then build an online business. I started researching that and looking. Of course, you can't type into YouTube how to figure out YouTube without finding Sean Cannell or Justin Brown or Nick Nimmin or Brian G. Johnson, Roberto, of course, right? So those are the things I started studying last year that launched this. Yeah, I'm a proud VRA member as well, John, and a proud ACA, Awesome Creator Academy of Roberto's, and BizTube Academy from Owen. So I spent a lot of time studying those, and I found that was very beneficial. And my second tip, my number 2 tip, and this one's really the most vital for anyone that's looking to grow, to build a business, to do anything. If you want to be successful, you need to find a mentor. And not just any mentor that just can teach you the space. You need to find a mentor that aligns with your values, right? That's so important. For me, I went to film school, video production, 2 different film schools. I love the art of filmmaking, but I also wanted to have a family, right? Faith and family are the driving forces in my life. And the production life is not, very friendly to having a family. It's a lot of time outside of the house. It's a lot of exhaustion, really. And, but it's cool, right? I would eventually want to be able to become a producer. Yeah. But it wasn't a thing I wanted to do because for me, family and faith was important, and that wasn't going to really be able to do it for me. So I went into post-production. I love editing anyway, so it makes sense for me. But post-production is almost the same thing. You're kind of just stuck in a dark cave for all those hours, even if it's in a single location. That's the only benefit. Production, you're kind of all over the place. So then I started looking, all right, I need to build an online business. Fast forward a few years. We'll go deeper into my story as we build this channel. But man, when I got introduced, one, to Roberto, the Awesome Creator Academy mentor, he has a mentoring group that he built because that's what he would have wanted when he was first starting out. That it's been so valuable for the friendships, but to be able to have Roberto's mentorship. But for me personally, the mentor, the guy that I see as my business mentor and even life mentor is Owen Hemseth of the Owen Video brand. Owen and I have the same core values, and I want to do what he's done. Built a business with his wife, right? And he is set to be a 7-figure business in 2 years. I think he will do it way sooner than that. But Owen, for me, has been such a amazing mentor, and he is on me. Look, I know that I'm kind of up here. I did that 22 hours of the IRL, but I'm naturally an introvert, and I'm not naturally an action taker. My wife is so much better at that than I am. But I need to be mentored by somebody who is a complete extrovert. I need to be mentored by somebody who is a complete action taker, because he's going to push me. And Owen has pushed me. I've had conversations with him just even over Messenger where he's pushed into me and said, like, you need to do this. You need to get started, which is why I went to Grow with Video, Sean Cannell's event in Vegas last month in September. And then I got to hang out with Owen there. And man, just the advice and stuff that he was giving me was so important. So you need a mentor, and you need a mentor that aligns with your values of your life. If family is not something that you're worried about, then go all in on someone like Gary Vee, who's going to be like, yeah, hustle life, right? If that's the values that work for you, make that your mentor, but you need one. We can't do this on our own. And it needs to be someone who has been successful at this. Okay. Like, and that was the same thing in the film industry. That if you really want to become a producer, you want to become any of the positions that are in the film industry, you need to have somebody who's been successful at it to then train you and show you the ropes, because school is not really going to do that for you. That's where you need somebody. And for me, that guy is Owen. I owe him so much. That's why I always rep his stuff. Anytime you see me at conference, day one, I will always be in an Owen Video shirt. And that's because he's my mentor. He's my guy, along with Roberto, Sean Cannell, of course, because of the courses that I'm in and the friendships that we've built. So number one, study. Number two, pick a mentor from the people that you're studying. What a great, that's a great opportunity right there. Number three, here's the big one. Here's the one that some people might not totally agree with, but number three for me, that if you want to find opportunities, be willing to do free work. Willing to do free work. I've always had that motto as well, right? You start off in a particular industry, you have no experience. Why should somebody pay you if you haven't done any work before? Well, you offer free work, right? Now I'm not saying everything. I'm not saying everything needs to be like free work. You know, there's some things that you shouldn't do for free if you're building a business and a brand or whatever. But you have to look at what possibilities and opportunities can come out. Not that you should do it selfishly, right? Not that it should be like, I'm going to do this for free and hopefully they do something back for me. No, it should be like, I'm going to do this for free, and whether they give me something or not, right? That's really going to build it up. That's going to make the difference for you. And that's what I've learned. And man, Roberto has pushed me hard on that. It's like, just be willing to go and do free work, man. And people fight him on that all the time, that he is like, go and do free work. Yes, exactly, Beanie. Strategic free work. And that, there is so much value. And I'm going to tell you, this is how this year, because you got right here that you do it in the comments here, John. I met John in Philly. In what month was it, John? Was it June or July? I think it was July. We are both Pat Flynn guys. Podcast movement was going on in Philadelphia. And I didn't go to podcast movement. I'm in every one of Pat Flynn's courses. I absolutely would suggest any Pat Flynn courses if you want to build a business, affiliate marketing, podcasting, whatever. So he offered the meetup. He had a meetup after his keynote speech at Podcast Movement. And I was like, hey, he's actually on the East Coast, really close to New York. Like, we're going to go there. So I talked with Amanda and we're like, let's make it like our first little family vacation since our son was born. Like, oh, this will be great. Like a little short 3-day time in Philly. We've never been to Philly before. And it'd be cool. And I get to go to this meetup. Well, I got the opportunity because I was one of his students to volunteer for the event. And what they needed was people to like take tickets, do different things, but also they needed a photographer, videographer. I'm not a photographer, but I could take video. I could take photos if I needed to. So I was like, hey, I could take photos. So I just went down, brought all my gear, showed up, talked to his assistant, Jessica. And I was like, hey, I'll just take the photos. That's where I met John, which kind of leads to Vid Summit in a really interesting way. And what was so cool is I got a conversation with John Lee Dumas. And if you know who John Lee Dumas is, EO Fire, like one of the best podcasts. I was in one of John's courses called Real Revenue. And I saw him there and I said, hey, John, I'm in your course. Like, I'm just excited for it. And then he said to me, he's like, hey, I know you're doing this for my friend Pat for free. Because you're doing this for him and you're willing to take time out, not get paid, I want you to personally update me on how your business is going. I didn't go there even knowing that John Lee Dumas would be there. And because I was willing to do free work, because I was willing to do that, I mean, how cool is that? Like, for me, that was like, that really, I messaged Roberto right away. I was like, thank you so much for encouraging me to do free work, because now I have a potential open conversation with one of the greatest podcasters who is crushing it with daily podcasts, where he just stopped now after thousands of podcasts. For me, that was so cool. And that's not to boast about myself. That's to say, like, hey, I took action on the things that I wish I would have taken action on years before, because it would probably be a much different position right now. I don't regret it. Maybe I wouldn't have actually had the right perspective when I was younger, but now being a dad, husband, 30, like, those are the things that I'm like, oh, wow. So this really makes sense. Then fast forward, Owen is always saying, like, hey, go to these events. Went to Sean Cannell's event in Vegas, was awesome. Built some awesome friendships with Todd.live, Mike Vardy, who's productivityist here on YouTube, or timecrafting.tv, I believe is the URL. Great guys to meet up with. And that's where I got to meet Jeremy Vest. We had messaged before, we had done an audit, and it was just cool to talk to him. And I was trying to get to Vid Summit. I couldn't afford to go, because once I went to Grow with Video, I was like, I need to get to Vid Summit. I need to get there, but I can't afford an $800 ticket and the flights and all that stuff. And it's a month away. Right. So that's where I was like, I got to figure this out. So I made this video nominating Gord Eisman to try to get him and I to Vid Summit. And we just lost, but it was cool because we lost to El Jefe, who was an awesome guy. Like, he was nominated and got to go with all of that crew, Viper and them. So I messaged Jeremy like, hey, I didn't win, so I don't know how I'm going to get out there. And Jeremy just goes, why don't you just message Daryl and see if you could volunteer? I was like, I didn't think that was even a possibility. So I message Daryl. He gives me the email and says, here, email Christina. I get in. I see John online. We're talking to each other on Twitter, and I'm like, hey man, like, you going to Vid Summit? He's like, I can't, whatever. I'm like, hey, why don't you come volunteer with me? Now here we are volunteering together, and I did not expect to be given probably the greatest opportunity I've ever been given, and that was to host. And every one of you that are in this chat right now were there with me in the chat, or either with me in person and or there with me in the chat, and we become such cool friends. And for me, the opportunity is so twofold of being able to host that IRL. And if anyone is in here that's watching that don't know what I'm talking about, at Vid Summit, Daryl, I keep wanting to say Pat Flynn, Daryl Eves was running a 5-day, 24-hour IRL live stream, in real life live stream. And he was doing that like 24 hours. But once the session started, he needed to hand it off to somebody, because he's literally running the event. Like, so I'm his production assistant. Like in the film world, production assistant is basically, some people might know it as like a personal assistant in an office. Like, basically, if you need water, coffee, I go get the guy that fixes everything, who is David Foster. And it was like, all right, whatever you need me to do, I'm basically there constantly, just doing whatever you need me to do. And everything was about to start, certain things probably didn't want necessarily on the live stream. I don't know, but he's like, hey, I need you to take this. Okay. And then he goes, and not knowing how long I was going to have it for, not knowing even what to say, because I was not prepared for that to happen. I thought I was going to be behind the camera the whole time, like not in front of the camera for literally 22 hours. I mean, probably just under 22 hours, but somewhere in that 22-hour range. And man, I got to hang out with so many of you, Crypto, Beanie, Midnight Madness, oh man, and Kathy, Real Estate Whisperer, everybody in this chat, and so many more that we're all like pretty much friends hanging out now. So what an opportunity right there, like to build legit friendships by doing free work, right? So opportunity might not be the opportunity you're thinking about. It might be like, hey, I might actually end up with really awesome friends outside of this. And then the opportunity of, hey, like, I just helped Daryl, like, we'll see what comes out of this. So it was a cool opportunity. This is not to boast about me. This is not to talk about the IRL and all this stuff, like, and say like how great I am. This is to say like, hey, okay, if you feel stuck, because I did for years, and I still feel stuck in a lot of ways, the taking action helps bring clarity. And clarity is what's going to help you grow, right? It's going to help you know how to make decisions. It's going to help you know, like, hey, I need to go in this direction. And if you take action, that's what I'm doing right here. Like, I'm literally just I got myself an ROS, the run a show for this that Owen taught me how to do in his launch. You're live on BizTube Academy. When that launches, like, you want to jump on in that. If you have a live show and want to learn like the best way to do it, Owen absolutely is doing that. In the link in here, I actually put a link. It's not even an affiliate link for BizTube Academy. There is an affiliate link though for Awesome Creator Academy, who put up an awesome showing at Vid Summit. There was so many of us that were part of that all showed up there. And if you're interested in getting mentored by Roberto Blake, sitting down in like 6-hour masterminds with him on Zoom once a month, it's supposed to be 90 minutes, but it always goes like 4 to 5 to 6 hours. You can actually get mentored by Roberto and all of us. Like Gordon and I are in there. John, you're in it too, right? Like I think you recently jumped in. And so many awesome guys, Jay Liebs, like that. It is such a cool group to be a part of. If you're interested, I threw my affiliate link in the descriptions below for Roberto's Awesome Creator Academy. I'm also going to talk more about his YouTube starter kit, but not in this video, except the fact that I just said it now. But cool. So I hope that you guys could take those tips and take some action on that today. But I'm going to go deeper into each one of these tips in a series of videos, non-live. I'm going to put in a YouTube card above once I get that series going. So if you want to go and check that out, if you're watching this on the replay and you've gotten this deep in, which I doubt you have, that's going to get set up at some point over the next week or so. We'll be putting those videos out. But I hope I've encouraged you to at least consider doing free work. Consider finding a mentor who aligns with your life values and to study. So, man, it was cool just to be able to take action. So I want to see what some of you are talking in here. Yeah, friendships are much better than being ran over. I mean, that makes sense. Yeah, does that mean start filming Simply Beth? Yes. I'm actually tomorrow night going to be live with Gord Eisman, and that is going to be fire, my friends. I'm tired tonight. I'm not going to be tired tomorrow, and I guaranteed that for Gord, and I cannot wait for that because, man, I am so inspired by Gord. If you don't know Gord's story, go check out my channel. Go and check out the video that I made for Vid Summit with Gord. I cannot wait for that, and I cannot wait to just see Gord pumped up because I know he's pumped up. But I'm gonna push him a little bit, right? Not in a bad way. I'm not gonna go and like push him over, but I can't wait to sit down and have that conversation. And we got Les El Latino, Cine Ninja in here, man. We got some really cool like Halloween collab that is coming out. Gord, what time are we 8:30 tomorrow? I think we're 8:30 tomorrow. Unless I just made that up. 8:30 p.m. Eastern. That'll be Friday night, I believe. But again, that could change. But yes, I am pumped for this Halloween collab that we're doing with Les. And Gord is like, what? You guys are co-producers, right? Like, that's pretty sick. Gord Eisman is becoming a movie producer. I love it. So good. And yeah, if you could join for 20 minutes or so tomorrow, that would be awesome. Oh, it's 8 o'clock. Okay. Whatever works, Gord. It's 10:30. I don't remember anything. So yeah, Gord is an amazing host. He has, if you go back and watch some of his original stuff, you see where he's at now. He is crushing it, my friends. Yeah, Gord is a full-blown movie producer, right? We were talking about it last night. Doesn't producer Gord Eisman just sound so Hollywood to you? Like, oh man, like I'm telling you, 2020 Oscars. Let's see what's going on. Awesome Creator Academy. Yeah, John, that's absolutely it where it's at. Yeah. So, but hey, I hope if you guys want to still sit around and chat, we could do that, or we could end this thing now and all get some sleep. Cause I know some of you, it is pretty late or, I mean, half of you don't sleep, right? Beanie. But yeah, Crypto, I would love for you to join that one. It's going to be a fun one. And I don't know how long it'll go because I told Gord, I was like, "Man, you want to go 20 hours?" I mean, all right, we'll do 15. We'll do 15. I think that's okay. I could trim it down a little bit. Yeah. Oh, you'll be in New York City. Awesome. Yeah, I'll let you know. There, if anybody is in New York City, my friend Chef Mike, I believe it's Chef Mike NYC on Twitter at Chef Mike. I'm sure if you look at my Twitter, you will find Chef Mike. Tweet at him and say like Dan's mentioning you on the stream. Of course, I mention him. City Vineyard on Pier 26. If any of you are ever in New York, go get the Open Table app and make a reservation for City Vineyard on Pier 26. And in the comment on that reservation, right? Sent here by Dan Norton for Chef Mike. And he'll take care of you. He is the best chef. Right on pier of on the Hudson River, right in the shadow World Trade Center. Awesome sunset view over New Jersey. You get to see the Statue of Liberty, and it's actually closed in right now, which is kind of nice, so you don't have all the cold air. They have the mulled wine, like the nice warm wine. Oh man, it's so good. He's got like a butternut squash risotto right now that I cannot wait to go back and try. That's where I do all my business meetings. I do, and also my dates with my wife. We go there. Yeah, and I don't think I'm too fired up tonight. I don't know. Maybe unless I am going too over the top. I feel like I might go a little too over the top tomorrow on Gord's because I get pumped up about Gord. But yeah, if you can hit that like button, thank you for watching this stream with me and sitting through whatever it is that is coming out of my mouth. Hopefully some of it made sense here at 11 o'clock at night, which is really not that late. But when you're a dad of a 1-year-old, every time is late at night, no matter what time it is, especially coming off 3 hours of sleep at work this morning. But before I end, got to get back some safe word. Enjoy this. Gord, tomorrow, I hope you have some pineapple juice. So we got to cheers, my friend. Now I've taken action by getting this live stream up and starting. As much as I wanted to go to sleep, I knew I needed to do it, or I would be getting a bunch of people in the Discord channel yelling at me for not taking action. And earlier in the week was more tech problems or just killing YouTube. So I will be energized tomorrow. Please come and visit us over on Gord's channel tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I am so glad that you joined me. Thank you. And I am looking forward to continuing this and seeing how this channel develops, this brand, and whatever may come of it. I'm pretty excited. Thank you so much, every single one of you in this chat, and those of you that have come back from the IRL and become friends from Vid Summit. Of course, I had to wear my shirt, and I'll probably wear this on Gord's tomorrow if I'm not wearing my own shirt. Although I did wear that yesterday at I went to NAB NYC with Ross Brand of Livestream Universe. So another great opportunity that had come out. So great talking with you all. I know I keep going and making this longer and not stopping and ending like I should. Thank you for watching. I look forward to it again. You all are awesome. And remember, take action today and make your plans a reality.